The Honourable David Cunliffe.
Mr Speaker, today's a blue letter day. Today's the day that unemployment hit 6%, that dairy prices were down another 10%, and 6 years after the global financial crisis, in the middle of a new global credit boom, the New Zealand economy's going backwards. Craig Foss, Hawke's Bay's answer to Rip Van Winkle, crowing about Nationals leadership, conveniently forgetting Bolger to Shipley, Shipley to English. Well, that didn't go too well. So what about Don Brash? And then who jumped ship at the last minute? John Key. You know, to hear Craig Foss, it reminded me of the Lego movie. Remember the theme song? Everything is awesome. Everything is awesome. Actually, it's more like Monty Python with what did the Romans do for us? Well, what those Romans have done for New Zealand is higher unemployment, lower economic growth, more families in crisis, people can't afford their own homes, and Kiwis losing hope. So why are the Romans still in Rome? Why are the National Party there? Well, it can't be Stephen Joyce and his talent for inflatable sheep. It can't be John Key peeing in the shower and the pockets of the All Blacks. It's got to be more important than that, and it is, sir. And so, sir, I want to just reflect on the means of control by this government. Because in rugby terms, it's very simple. It's not that they have faster backline, it's not that they have faster forwards, they just screw the scrum. So here's how they do it. Creeping influence in the media, undermining public service neutrality, politicising community groups and threatening those who object to them. And of course, the legendary National Party dirty tricks machine. Sir, it's a standing joke that primetime TV is a choice between Wright, Paul Henry, national candidate, and writer, the irreplaceable Mike Hosking. Irreplaceable because he pops up just about everywhere. If you don't believe me, just ask John Campbell, Carol Hirschfeld, Julian Wilcox, Brian Rudman, John Drinnan, and so on and so forth. Contrary independent voices that have been removed from primetime TV and newspapers and taken refuge in the Ark, Radio New Zealand. Well, I wonder what's going to happen to Radio New Zealand, given that New Zealand On Air is controlled by the Prime Minister's electorate secretary. Is they going to stop funding that broadcaster that's run by a former National Prime Minister's chief media advisor? Tell me they're not screwing the scrum, ladies and gentlemen. The NGO sector, sir, has fared no better, cowed into submission. Tony Soprano would be proud. What about when the Problem Gambling Foundation was declared to be the problem? What happened to their funding? Everybody noticed. Cut off at the knees. Well, you might say at least the Crown's independent watchdogs are better. Well, sorry, no. The High Court just found the Ombudsman acted illegally in not forcing Tim Grosser to disclose more about the TPP background brief. It is a shocker when the Ombudsman is found by the High Court not to be defending the public interest. No wonder they've got a year's backlog, and that's why ministers act with impunity, not answering OIAs or parliamentary questions, because they know by the time the appeal's heard, it'll be too late. Why would they fund the Ombudsman? It's just a nuisance. And so's the Parliamentary Commissioner for the Environment and every other independent watchdog that hasn't had real terms funding maintenance under this government. Mr Speaker, around Wellington, public servants are saying in hushed tones that the Westminster tradition of free and frank advice is gone. When was the last time you heard Ian Rennie, the State Services Commissioner, standing up for public service, neutrality and independence? He hasn't said boo since the Roger Sutton debacle. So where to from here, sir? Well, what about the SFO? Craig Foss knows all about that, the Minister of Commerce. Well, they have gone belly up because they no longer talk about taking criminals to justice. They just want to recover a few pennies for Nationals' mates, the investors. Oh yeah, the last SFO that actually stood up for New Zealanders' rights, he got garroted by Judith Collins and Cameron Slater. Yep. Cameron Slater, who was exposed by Nikki Hager, whose banking records were given to the police voluntarily by Simon Power's bank. And if that is not a scandal of top proportions, sir, New Zealanders are sick to death of a do-nothing, know-nothing, care-nothing government that is screwing the scrum and running down the democratic freedoms
Order.
and
The member's
institutions
time.
that New Zealanders
Order.
hold dear.
The member's time has expired.